a little taste of me making a bounce.
Honestly, this is the beginning of everything. But let's go back a little to check out how we got here. Meet Kimberly. You might think that she doesn't really have any talent at all, but she actually has a very valuable knowledge. She knew from a very early age that attention is everything for building a brand, staying in trend, and establishing an empire. All you have to do is market yourself in one way or another. So in 2003, she started working as a stylist for her friend Brandy, Ray J's sister, but eventually she used Brandy's mom's credit card without permission, racking up a bill of over $120,000. Unbelievable. But still, it was not enough to get her sufficient attention. 3 years later, Kimberly joined as a stylist again. This time, it's for her old buddy Paris Hilton, as Paris was on a reality show, The Simple Life. Kimberly also appeared there and went to fancy events to get some spotlight.
When I first met Kim, she was Paris Hilton's stylist and slash assistant. When you look at someone like Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton, you have people who understand the game of paparazzi. It was a nail salon in Bedford Drive. That place was where the biggest Hollywood stars would go to get their nails. I put someone in that organization on my payroll. What they did is call me up and say, this A-list celebrity just walked in to get our nails done. I would then call Kim and say, go get your nails done. And guess what? She's kicking back with A-list celebrities and producers while getting her nails done, and I've got cameras, paparazzi, everyone coming out. And then you do the same in an ice cream shop, do the same thing in a restaurant, do the same thing on a plane. It's all strategy. She's hungry, she's focused, ready to do whatever it takes.
And then came 2007, when Kimberly finally dropped an atom bomb, her sex tape with Ray J. As I said, this scandal started it all. At that time, a company, Vivid Entertainment, was selling this video with the name Kim Kardashian Superstar. But Kimberly made a deal with this company and made about $1.5 million in the first 6 weeks. In reality, it was all a master plan of Kimberly and her mom, Kris Jenner, to break the internet. She was finally successful in winning the attention she craved. And attention took not only Kimberly, but all the Kardashian-Jenner sisters to where they are now. So this is the Kardashian family for you in a nutshell. This is how they function, and this is how the Kardashians build their empires. After Kim became really popular due to the sex tape, they started a reality show, which made them even more popular. Their show was a hit because it showed how they really lived and led their lives, and people loved it because they found it relatable at that time. But can you imagine how much money they made from the show? Roughly $300,000 to $500,000 per episode. And they have done a total of 280 episodes so far. Now, you do your math. Naturally, today, Kim and Kylie are super rich, but not all the siblings have the same luck though. Rob Kardashian isn't as rich as his sisters, but definitely they are way richer than you or me. Now, you might say that the Kardashians are not only internet celebrities, they're business tycoons too. But frankly, no room for denying that they don't have any particular business acumen or knowledge as such. So even if it was popular at a time, why would anybody want to spend their hard-earned cash on an underwhelming lip gloss, especially when it comes with a Kardashian-sized price tag? People aren't stupid. For example, Kylie Jenner's lip kits used to be super popular on social media, but now people are criticizing them, especially on TikTok, saying they only get one-time buyers because they seem cheap and tacky. Even though they've made some changes, people still remember when the products made lips dry and crusty. On the other hand, Selena Gomez's makeup line, Rare Beauty, is becoming really popular. Because Rare Beauty focuses on feeling good and feeling positive, while Kylie Cosmetics has a more bold and flashy vibe. Maybe one reason Rare Beauty is doing better is because it fits with what people want now, a more natural look, especially younger folks. As a result, the Kardashian family's businesses haven't been doing as well lately. While Kim's company, Skims, is still on track, others like Kylie Cosmetics are having a tough time with serious lawsuits and downward stock prices. Kim's makeup company KKW Beauty had to close down completely in 2021. Khloe's company, Good American, is struggling too, but people think Good American at least makes some good stuff overall. Kendall Jenner also started a tequila brand, 818, which did pretty well at first, but now declining. And Kourtney Kardashian's company, don't ask, it hasn't really taken off. But why is the situation suddenly not in favor of the Kardashians? What really happened? Why this downfall? Simple reason, as I said, people are not stupid. A lot of people are saying the Kardashians aren't at all original with their businesses. They're accused of copying other successful brands and just using their fame to sell stuff. Some people think Skims and 818 Tequila could do well on their own because they're actually good products, but that's just a small chunk of people. The majority have already started to lose trust in the Kardashians, especially after issues like bad products and copying designs. If that's not enough, the Kardashian-Jenner family has been in hot water several times for things like superficially borrowing from other cultures without any deeper understanding, like when Kendall Jenner advertised her tequila brand using a stereotypical Mexican indigenous woman's look. Some people found it really offensive. The story is the same for Kylie Jenner. She shared a video of her birthday party with what looked like the same tequila. They've also upset people by wearing cultural items like headdresses and playing around with teepees. But it's not just cultural stuff that gets them in trouble. They've also been called out for being kind of shady on social media, like when Kylie Jenner got into it with Selena Gomez about eyebrows. It started with this TikTok story of Selena.
I accidentally laminated my brows too much.
The world was functioning fine after that, but soon Kylie posted this with her friend Hailey Bieber.
Shortly after that, Kylie posted this snap, writing "This was an accident" over her brows, before sharing a close-up pic of Hailey's brows.
Which was totally unnecessary. Naturally, people chose Selena over the Kardashians because people understand hypocrisy. If you think Kendall Jenner is some exception here, no, she's not. She also got into some serious trouble with a Pepsi commercial in which she acted like she could fix the Black Lives Matter movement simply by handing out Pepsi. This upset a lot of people. Based on their behavioral history, it seems like Kendall and her sister Kylie have a habit of causing offense, especially when it comes to black people. For example, Kylie wrote "Happy Birthday N" on a birthday cake for her friend Jordan Wood. How racist. The worst part is they are never apologetic about any of these cases. Whenever any celebrity or fans lash out at them, they just try to explain their side in whichever way possible or stay silent. Why? Because simply they can't handle criticism well. All they want is your attention, and all they have in return is arrogance for you. Some people say they've seen the Kardashians and Jenners acting badly towards waiters at restaurants. They've been accused of not tipping and being rude to other park guests. It seems kinda hypocritical because they talk a lot about working hard, while they come from a pretty privileged background. Basically, by all means, the Kardashians are not in a good position without a doubt. But never mind. Whenever they feel like they are losing the trend or spotlight, they use their secret weapons like the sex tape of Kim to get their attention back, as they did in 2022 during the launch of their new Hulu show, The Kardashians.
There was a picture of my cry face, and then I looked at it and it said something super inappropriate, like Kim's new sex tape. No, it was an inappropriate thing that popped up on his Roblox about me. This is supposed to be unreleased footage from my old sex tape. The last thing that I want as a mom is for my past to be brought up 20 years later.
As you can see, Kim just unnecessarily brought it all up again, indirectly accusing Ray J all of a sudden this time, which naturally turned Ray J mad.
You make sure you let the people think I'm some kind of sleazeball and some kind of loser, but you trying to make me feel okay and trying to make me not go at Kanye and do this and that. Dog, that's janky as f***. Y'all think y'all can just everybody over and it's okay. And then there go Kris Jenner, just dumb as can be.
Let's pull this right here.
Go and say she wasn't like the front runner for the sex tape. Whoever told you to do that, Kris, you gotta fire them. Because not only did they you, but now I got 1 year statute of limitations for just that. So all I gotta do is find the facts of what you and Kim did.
This time, Ray J directly blamed Kim for having planned the whole thing to become famous, even showing messages they exchanged to prove it.
We going through receipts tonight, Kim. Listen, your mom told us to go do what we did in Santa Barbara. We like the tape. We need you to go do it one more time in Santa Barbara. We'll go through them and we pick the older one. Showed Kim in a better light. Where is that contract? Pull it up. And as soon as you pull it up, it's me and Kim. We signed the contract the same exact day for the same amount of money, $400,000. That's it. There go the tape contract. There it is. This is the original copy. And look who signed my deliverables and was in the room. I feel like God is like putting everything in perspective because it gave me one more year statute of limitation to like sue for all of the bad shit they did to me. And now I can sue it for exactly like what you doing, lying.
Not only that, Ray J also shared a voicemail message from Kim Kardashian dating back to 2010. In the message, Kim calls him names and says negative things about Whitney Houston too.
Ray, it's Kim. I just want you to know that I think you are so disgusting and desperate. Who leaves their email address on their machine? You clearly want people to call you, but yet you won't call me back. And actually, you know what? Don't call me back. So disgusting and desperate. Who leaves their email address on their machine? You clearly want people to call you, but yet you won't call me back. Don't ever call me back. I never want to talk to you ever again. I think you're honestly a sick human being, and I think you are just so desperate that you'll do anything for attention. Have fun with old tag Whitney Houston. Like, she's so sick, and like...
This says a lot about them, doesn't it?
It's all strategy. She's hungry, she's focused, ready to do whatever it takes.
Now, perhaps Kim Kardashian seems to have realized that the younger generation isn't as interested in her luxury lifestyle as before. Recently, she traded her private jets and fancy champagne for a black Hackney cab and a pint of Guinness, going on a pub crawl in London. Is it something she did to prove she's still relatable? Whatever. No one cared. People have now understood when it comes to the Kardashians, everything's a gimmick with zero authenticity. Kim's brand revolves only around fake perfection with unattainable beauty standards and body shapes. For example, take a look at this.
I actually do this every
Chloe
night.
that I found her sex mask under my bed that she's been looking for, and then she wrote me back, "Oh my God, I found your jar of mayonnaise that you use on your vagina." And then I said, and then we were talking back and forth, and people are like, "What does mayonnaise on your vagina do?" And we said it makes it shine like the top of the Chrysler building.
And how laughable health advice was that? This is exactly how they grab attention and stay relatable. Or, in other words, this is exactly how they scam people. If not a scam, even though the Kardashians have all the resources they need to stay fit and healthy, why do they still promote things like flat tummy tea on Instagram? A lot of people, like model Vogue Williams, says it's not at all effective. Experts also say it can make young people feel bad about their bodies because it sounds like they need these products to look like Kardashians, even though it's not realistic for most people. And this was not just one example of their hypocrisy and scams. There's more. Back in 2010, Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney came out with a prepaid MasterCard called Kardashian Card. They said it was for teenagers, but it got a lot of criticism for having extremely high fees. Some people even called it the worst credit card ever because it cost so much just to use it. Imagine having to pay $150 just to use an ATM or check balance with many other costs attached. All these scamming hustles have made everyone question whether the Kardashians are being honest or if they're just in it for the money and fame. No wonder why some people call them mean girls. But the Kardashians also are trying hard to get the attention back anyhow. For example, Kim already made an effort at the 2022 Met Gala, if you know. In that event, Kim Kardashian suddenly appeared wearing a dress inspired by Marilyn Monroe. But to her surprise, people literally hated the stunt. They even said she was just trying to get attention and didn't think about how it might upset others. To make it even worse, Bob Mackie, the original fashion designer who made the dress for Marilyn Monroe, didn't like it at all. He said the dress was special and was meant only for Marilyn.
Bob tells Entertainment Weekly, quote, "It was done for Marilyn. It was designed for her.
Nobody else should be seen in that dress. This isn't the first time Bob has criticized the Kardashians and their style choices. In November, he told Page Six, quote, "The Kardashians are very attractive, and some are downright beautiful, but they're just famous for being famous."
Ultimately, all this drama put a permanent strain on Kim's relationship with Anna Wintour, who's in charge of the Met Gala. And now, it's not only about Kim. Kylie Jenner is also stranded in many ways. Kylie's fancy lifestyle, like using a super expensive private jet worth $72 million just for a short 17-minute flight from Camarillo to Van Nuys, made everyone upset because it was just a 40-minute car drive away, while flying there makes the air pollution worse with way more carbon emission. People started accusing the Kardashians of pretending to care about the environment after she tweeted about climate change in 2020. They said their actions, like using private jets a lot and using too much water during a drought, don't match what she says she cares about. All they do is just show off to win people's interest again. Trust is an important thing for social media stars, which, if lost, could hurt how much money they make from endorsements and stuff. Even after all these, love them or hate them, there's something you have to admit, that they have the tenacity and capability to come this far and maintain themselves as a brand. Success has a different meaning to different people, but reaching this top of fame and maintaining this for almost 2 decades without doing anything phenomenal like Ronaldo, Taylor Swift, or anything important like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos takes some real capability. This is not just luck, but an example of powerful self-branding that we all can learn from. But you see, the Roman Empire was also one of the biggest and most talked about empires in history, and even that empire too was fallen due to their arrogance and lack of trust. And if some behemoth like the Roman Empire could fall, who are the Kardashians again?